This here is a absolute game changer of a master prompt that I've recently figured out with ChatGPT. And so this is only for coaches who want to go very, very deep on their coaching practices to unpack their knowledge, help them to troubleshoot and analyze client situations so that you can, one, give better recommendations, two, also make sure that you are giving the right prescriptions, and then three, also increase your knowledge really, really fast. I'm also going to show you something at the end here, how you then can go and take that knowledge and also turn it into content so you can actually get people to understand your value. So what I've done is gone ChatGPT. You will need the paid version for this because what I'm creating is a sensei. Okay, so I've gone into ChatGPT and I've written this prompt. I want you to become and act as if you're a mix of Dr. Stuart McGill and Dr. Andrew Locke and another lower back movement expert who has alternative views to back health on these guys. I want you to access their top research, then transform into the back sensei so I can call on you to dissect my thinking on client issues and help troubleshoot problems that I encounter with my clients. Now, the beautiful thing about this, you can interchange these names any way you want. Okay, so you could take any expert in any field and put this together. And what it's going to do is it's going to create a persona and it's going to create almost like a little AI employee, which is like this is wild. If you've been a coach for long enough, you understand like having access to these guys like on call is absolutely incredible. So one of the things you have to take into account this. Now I've read the back mechanic. I've read the gift of injury. I've also been very very lucky to have some direct contact with Dr. Andrew Locke and his and Danny Anatolis. So I understand their methods really really well. So just take, when you're using AI, obviously use your own intuition and know that, hey, look, cool. Potentially some of the stuff in here is not quite correct. I have found it to be almost spot on. Okay. So, but I just want to use that warning as like, don't just take it for gospel, actually challenge it, and question it because ultimately we want to make ourselves better coaches. So, got it. So, what it's done now is it's created this memory and it's essentially created a persona that you can call on anytime. So, if I go up here and I go up to here, new chat, and I said, are you there back sensei? Cool. Now it's going to call on my little back sensei. I'm here, ready to dissect and troubleshoot and refine your approach to lower back health. What do you need help with today? Let's get to work. So, I have a client who is struggling with what seems to be sciatic nerve issues. He is very strong. His hip internal rotation is poor. His external rotation is okay. What else should I test to confirm my thoughts here? Cool. So now this is going to spit back some recommendations. All right, let's break down with McGill Locke hybrid approach to make sure we're diagnosing the root issue rather than treating the symptoms. Confirming sciatic nerve. So before assuming it's truly sciatic nerve related, and it's giving us some tests that we can test here, straight leg raise, seated sciatic nerve test, checking for potential root causes. So it's giving us stuff that we can go into. What I'm going to do is I'm going to say, take this. After testing, it seems like this is more of the issue. Cool. We put that in there. Put this in there. Cool. And then now it's going to help me unpack that even more. You've confirmed that core instability and pelvic obliquity are playing a role here. That suggests that sciatic nerve is getting desensitized due to a lack of spinal stiffness and SI joint dysfunction rather than a true nerve entrapment. Cool. So now, as you can see, now I have a better diagnosis. I can unpack my thought process. I can start to think about different protocols or different exercise prescriptions that I can give my client. And then it's just going to spit out the stuff. Okay. So, beautiful thing about this, it is a great little system for you to unpack, diagnose, and work on your thought process to help clients get even better results. Now, one of the things, once this stops here, cool. So I'll just come down. Beautiful. I now want you to help me unpack this into useful content. I want you to help me create frameworks as if I was a domain expert. But, and this is the big but, I don't want you to give it to me. I want you to make me work for it by asking questions about this topic and then turn my answers into content frameworks, including podcast, YouTube, and short form content. Okay, so now it's going to spit out some questions. Okay, because one of the things here is with AI, it's designed to help you think better, not designed to think for you. It will do a lot of this, but ultimately, the more we can unpack our knowledge and increase our ability to articulate our value, the more we're actually going to attract people that recognize our value. Okay, so really, really great little prompt. Once you have unpacked this and you have diagnosed it, then you're working with your client. Here's how you turn it into content that will help you actually get more clients based on your expertise. I truly believe this is something that every coach needs to be using more of, because we've gone through the situation in the fitness industry where I feel like, a lot of coaches are a little bit disheartened because expertise has just been diminished purely because the influencer culture and people being able to get a big reach without their real expertise. I do believe that's changing, and I am seeing it with all of our coaching. I'm seeing it with my own coaching practice, but I truly hope this helps, and I highly encourage you to use it. If you found this useful, guys, make sure you hit the save, share it with a coaching friend as well, and let's make coaching great again.